I think this was the original Jacket release music. Breath of Death. Yeah, the jacket situation's crazy, man. I look like I've been full on flashbang. I got a ring light. I like this room needs a full on makeover to be streamable in because it's very echoey. It's all right when I'm recording because I can get real close. I get people asking like why I sound so different all the time. Also, I bass boost myself, so I sound powerful. Isn't that what pirate software does? Let's play some Payday 3 and talk about Jacket. I've seen some increasingly hot takes about him over the last 24 hours, which I thought would happen. I think overall he's going to be a net positive for the game. But I can see where some people are coming from. Wait, I think I've got this set to record Payday 2. Do you think it's trying to tell me something? What the hell? Taimiku, thank you for the sub. That is 2 months in a row. Chicken Man. What the hell am I streaming in? Why is this like totally the wrong resolution? Can people on YouTube or Twitch tell me, am I streaming 720p? Because if so, apologies. It doesn't make a huge difference, I know, but... No worries, Sprint. I did give it a full read. I see your point, especially in things like the cosmetics. I think that it's difficult to add value through those anyway. There's drama about Jacket's release. Yeah, so to catch you up, hang on, let's not have it so half the screen's hanging off. Let's set this to fit. It's 1080, yeah, good. It should be. I don't know why it was like halfway across the screen. Some Payday 2 issue, probably. Or actually, it's because I streamed my laptop last time. It makes sense. Yeah, so people are frustrated that... Some people... People are angry about different things. Some people are frustrated that the bat is coming as an overkill weapon. Overkill weapon. Functionally, it's just the name of the new system. So that's frustrating some people. They would just like to have seen it be a melee weapon. Other people are frustrated because it feels like melee is being price gated, which it is temporarily, assumedly. I don't actually know how far along in the pipeline actual melee is. I think the way Starbreeze sees it is that this is more like a perk deck. I think functionally we're going to see when the overskill system comes out, they're going to operate more like perk decks. So what they've tried to do is basically give Jacket a perk deck, but they've not fully seen through how the baseball bat feels like more than a perk deck. You know, it feels like something that everyone should have access to, and it could be a really fun, and it could be a really key playstyle. So I get the frustration. Until otherwise noted, it is price gated. Yeah, I don't believe we're getting any separate melee weapons. We've not been told. The partners have not been specifically told, but I don't think so. I feel like the viability of things isn't really the most important. I mean, sometimes you'll get a DLC that's just a bit of a dud, but it's more the way they've gone about it that frustrates people. But I think come the release day, people will be happier. Hello, Karik. I am doing well. I say that, I still sound like shit, don't I? I'm back to normal. I went to the gym for the first time today, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's play some Payday 3. I wanted to play last night. Obviously, I had to fix my video. Fixing my video just meant embarrassingly cutting out the bloody trailer. I'm a bit frustrated about that. didn't help the flow of the video. But yeah, otherwise it would have been age restricted and people wouldn't be able to see it, which sucks. And that's why you might have noticed that the Payday YouTube channel has been struggling. But then they released the Don't Be a Hero thing, and it didn't struggle because it wasn't age restricted. Funny that. You hope the March goes well for the game because it feels like the last chance. I think I said this in my video, but I think the outcome of jacket sales and the interest it brings, less so the sales, more so the recurring plays, I think that will be hugely telling in terms of the future of the game. Let's do the usual. Immediately go down to DLCs and have a good time. Ooh, we'll do a first world bag. Why not? Queuing friends only. Friend list works, so I will accept new friends. And I'm just gonna pray it continues to work. Music, on the other hand, doesn't work. Sometimes that just breaks. Where the hell's my music gone? Payday stream? Yeah, it's been a rarity. But that's mostly because I've been so sick recently. But I'm pretty deep into... I've decided my voice sounds good enough to record like a 25-minute long video. So I'm deep into a notoriety video right now. And I said this really quickly on stream last night, although I had to disappear early. Pretty deep into a challenge run for Payday 2, for the Throwables run that you guys saw me kick off. I think it would be fun to stream the next part because I've come up against the biggest wall so far. Lock in, Unc? Dude, I'm locked. I'm locked and loaded for the 3rd of February. You hope the baseball bat is not like Overkill. Yeah, Goose, I agree. I'm also hoping you just pull it out. I should have mentioned that in my video, really, but I didn't. Because I was talking about being able to share them, but you could still share them because theoretically you could switch it out for another Overkill weapon. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to function at all. I know the gameplay with it looked pretty cool though. How many frame requests do I get? On Steam, I blocked myself up real fast. Put it that way. When I first started doing it 12 years ago, I accepted everyone because I was a kid and like I just thought it was exciting that people wanted to be my friend. And all that did was clog my Steam friends list up for the next 10 years. You can put ready now? Sprin, you are so powerful. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Ping. You don't see the point of Overkill? I think people will quickly realize that Overkill has much more of a purpose. It's a little bit of a roundabout way of doing it, but I think fundamentally this is a perk deck system. And we'll obviously have to see how it feels when it's implemented.
You're good to go. Just walk right on into the bank.
What the hell build am I using?
Time for a blind date.
Why do both my weapons say 10-100? Is this a stealth build? No, why would I didn't check what build I'm running. This will be exciting. It's okay. This game is an easy game for babies.
Over there. Sit. Ready to get rowdy. Another partner in crime.
I got you, Spring.
Hey. There was this huge fucking spider. It crawled
Very
on my
excited to see
shirt.
the Overkill system. It's Overkill system. Yeah, me too. It's the part of the update I'm most excited
I
about.
probably have a concussion.
And no, I'm not leaking anything. I don't actually know it's coming, but like it kind of has to be, surely. If it's in the jacket trailer. It'd be pretty crazy if that was all there was. Brother, why are we stealthing? I am not cut out for this. Thank you. Many thanks. Oh, I think I got the OP build on. I think we'll be alright.
Alright, fucker. Down you go.
There's a security gate between you and that vault.
Payday 2 should have kept the core gameplay from Payday 2. I think it's interesting because I've been watching the like core Payday 3 community who really like the changes quite closely, and it seems like there's been sort of mass migration away from the game in recent weeks because they don't like the direction it's going in, which is interesting to me. My number one concern is we end up with a situation where no one wants to play Payday 3 anymore.
Don't try to play the hero.
The overskill system will make the game easier than it is because it's just a pure buff to Heisters right now. But I believe they have a long-term plan for it. The problem is it's a long-term plan, and because of the cadence we've always had, it'll be slow before we see it implemented. So it could do damage in the short term. Play Payday 3 for a week when it came out and haven't come back to it yet. Damn, you were lucky to be able to play it for that week because that was when it was barely functional. I think a lot of people share your Payday 3 journey, to be honest. There was enough content to play it for like 3 days at launch. Only as lunatics played it for longer. Yeah, the game is extremely easy, but there's... part of that is because we make it easy, right? If you impose a few self-restrictions, it gets an awful lot harder. And if we see things like skills get rebalanced, I think then you will see a step up in terms of like enemy power, you would hope. My number one concern is that it doesn't seem that they have any capacity to do any sort of AI improvements, and I think that would be the best way to make the game harder, right? And that was something I thought the game had more of when I first tested it. That's some crazy range. Hang on. Some people still don't know this. Good stuff. Oh my god, thank you so much. It's fantastic to see you again, my friend. Thank you for the 1,000 Danish kroners. That's very generous.
Keep that oxygen flowing. We prepped some spare tanks. Go grab them.
There's a lot of reason to play except for grind renown. Yeah, and you might notice my renown has not moved in recent weeks. Because I have sadly hit the point where grinding renown don't do much for me. Tell you what's silly though. This bloody shotgun. Whose idea was this? Sorry, cops, you don't get to exist. No, Mewing, right, you're completely right. I agree. But that's how I have fun with lots of games. That's a me thing, you know? If you've watched the channel long enough, you'll see, like, I absolutely adore challenge runs. It's how I still have a lot of fun with Payday 2, even to this day, despite having, like, 5,000 hours in the game. But like, I totally agree. But there's a few games now, like, as an adult, I can't play normally that I used to play normally as a child. Pokemon is an amazing example of that. What the hell? That was a delayed reaction. I did see the steaming news about Brave World War II. I didn't actually investigate any further, though. I assumed it was just a further announcement they're working on content. I know of a couple of things that are apparently in the pipeline, so... Oh, I need you to get stunned, please, sir. Whoops, I just tried to use my VGS commands to say sorry. What the hell? Oh, I think the keyboard's breaking. Yes, I remember now. I got this, like, it's not an expensive keyboard, but it's a soft touch keyboard, and I really like it for streaming because it means I'm not noisy when I stream. I expressly dislike the sound of loud keyboards. Like mechanical keyboards, just, I can't do it. It's also wireless, and I think it's slowly dying on me. Lads, do you want to pay attention? I'm shooting all your boys in the back. Not sure why they decided to make the Tath the best weapon in the game, but they did. Do you think Payday will add water and fish? That's a good comment. I like that comment. I'm not gonna pretend. Wait, we've not found the bloody manager's office, lads. I'm not gonna pretend I understand it, but I like it. You know? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're dead. You hope they'll address DLC power creep soon? I think just getting more content in the game would be a great first start. But I do feel you, like this weapon's totally unfair. This is not what I want. I want armor repair kits, please. You need Anarchist ICTV and Payday 3. Now keep that away from me, man. I'll only cause problems with it. I think some of the mechanics in hindsight haven't landed. Because they haven't landed with the sort of game Payday players want it to be. I think the best example of that is like the negotiation phase. Pre-first assault. I hate it now. I loved it on paper. I thought it was a great idea. But in practice, it just slows down the fun part of the heist. Which is the very Payday 3 coded thing to happen. Need perk decks in Payday 3? I do think Overkill weapons are going to do their best to fill that gap. Pardon me. I have no idea how well they're going to do that. But I do think that's what their intention is. The fact you can just go through the back of shields with this thing makes it even more disgusting. So now, if I could just whip a bat out, I'd be pretty happy. I've seen a few people discussing, like, oh, do you think Jacket's gonna sell well? I do. I do. I'm telling people, like, don't purchase anything for this game until you know what sort of future it has, which is a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The choppers refueling, they come out of the vents. Like, you tell people not to buy because you're not sure the game's going to have a future, and the game doesn't have a future because no one's buying content. Like, I see that problem. But I have a really fundamental issue with how they've handled the whole offline mode thing. You simply can't get a straight answer out of them about it now. Which I don't think is fair. You'd love if we get Fire Nades back? I'm actually really surprised we don't already have something like that. But that was actually something that Mio was super into the idea of. Incendiary damage, Dragon's Breath shotguns and things. Heavy weapons, man. I'm currently popping off with Anarchist ICTV on the throwables run, let me tell you. The spirit of ICTV Anarchist is back. I also think, like, the RNG, so this heist handles RNG probably best in the game. And I don't find it engaging at all. I don't know about the rest of you. But I can't even entirely put my finger on what the hell? I can't even entirely put my finger on what it is I don't care for about it. It's like the special escape just frustrates me when it happens. It doesn't feel like a treat. The RNG is really bad in general, but I do think that this is the best example of it in this game. It was clearly something that they prioritized heavily. Ow. Shields are actually harder to, like, do dirty, aren't they? This metal detector's losing its mind at me. Should have probably shot him in the head, to be honest. It does have the surprise dozer. It's just the dude can't bloody spawn. The ambushes don't function properly because of how Payday 3 is designed. We're already at the spaghetti code stage. I can't believe it. Basically, the way it's designed to work is... What the shit did I just get a hit marker on? Lampshade? That was weird. Yeah, you can't have like more than one bulldozer on the map at a time. That's just how Payday 3 is coded. Or you can have two, but only if you have the that modifier on. Brother, there is no escape. I tell you what, the cops absolutely bucket in this game. In Payday 2, they do not leave the heist with any sort of haste. The number of times I've died during the fade or end of assault. The thing is, I think they did test that. I think they knew that could be an issue. It's just, how do we do it? Do we recode the game? No, probably not. I also think that double dose should be a default. I think that modifier has just been a resounding success. I think that modifier is fun to play with. It just gives you more to shoot at that actually has some ability to shoot back. Not the FBI. FBI is another, just like, a failed mechanic. Oh, your boy's going out of focus, and that's even with the... That's even with the ring light. My life is ruined. After this, I'm just going to have to sharpen up the focus. Hang on. I'm, like, amusingly poorly equipped to do this. Please be like a sniper rifle. Ah, shit. Hang on. I've got this. Nah, piss off! I can't shoot the FBI, man. Lads, this is a problem. My build choice is being punished. Are those hitting? I've got no idea. Oh, we got it. Gustav, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. It's a Monday tomorrow, guys. I have to work. Yeah, there I go complaining about the FBI map being ass, and it just fully thwarts me. I'm hurt real bad. What the hell? That boy was big ragdolling. The thing is, I love the minigun as much as the next guy, but I'm pretty sure the shotgun's stronger than it. Could be worse. Good car's going in for its MOT tomorrow. Ugh. Is it touch and go? I hope it passed the screen. Eh. Still not used to this new sensitivity. God, clean slate's OP. Weird how those just don't spawn until you activate final charge on this one. In case you're wondering, I'm just seeing how much I can get away with. I'm playing as fast and loose as possible. Do I play Payday 3 when I'm not making content for it? Unfortunately, no, right now. I played it the other day for the fun of it. Played it about 2 days ago. But, that was partially just to, like, get back in the swing of things. A lot of bad guys. Boys, you gonna open the door for me? I'm in a spot of bother out here. I'd say that. I think I'm actually absolutely fine. The thing is, you don't really need to stay on top of the Payday 3 meta. It moves so slowly. I can come back in like 2 months' time and everything works exactly the same. Well, I see it's because the escape's here. That is actually more convenient. You guys are geniuses. Big respect. I was the fool. But trains to drive in the early afternoon, that's a more important job than I'm going to. Holy. Good luck, Admiral. Thanks for stopping by. Transporter in Payday 3 is such a perfect example of the sort of like issue the game has, right? Like, Transporter should just be a skill everyone has access to, but then that skill that allows you to move ultra fast while carrying bags, that just probably shouldn't exist. So an entirely good skill like Transporter doesn't need to be a skill. It should just be how the game functions. And that's just sort of how obtuse Payday 3 is in places. So like this should be an absolutely insane push, but it never is. Band-Aid skills, an issue Warframe had for years. Thing is, I'm pretty sure Transporter was in the works pre-launch. I think almost everything that came out before the end of the first year was ready for launch. So like Syntax Error and everything that came out before that. Just hide in the toilet stall, I was told last time. What bad Apple DLC chapter do I prefer? Yeah, I think Boys in Blue ended up being the right answer. My favourite heist of them is probably Fear and Greed, to be honest, now though. Now they finished the colour grading on it. Where's my ambush? I think I'm also more fond of this because I play Payday 2 in such unusual ways. So like the first World Bank ambush like genuinely destroys me sometimes. Huh. I really did think I'd live that one, I'm gonna be honest. The Transporter icon was leaked in the April build? Yeah, that seems about right. We didn't play with that. That certainly didn't exist, but I thought it was in the files. They probably wouldn't want to say it, but I think after Rocket City did loot handling so well, I think they were like, well, we're going to need something similar. I just think it's not good to have necessity skills. The Payday 2 had plenty of necessity skills, and I think they were bad too. But, in particular, stuff like Bullseye in Payday 2, that was like a necessity skill, except some builds wouldn't run it, because there was build variety. But that was driven by the perk decks, so it's a tricky one. I don't know, I enjoyed that well enough, but I was like so switched off. It's nice to play on stream, because I can talk to Twitch chat. I'm just going to fix the focus on my camera, because autofocus sucks. That autofocus out of here. I think it works best. This is lights off. Ring light on. Around 12. Okay. I definitely think the lighting looks better. I'm quite pleased with that. Less black shades that just go to nothing in the background. Then again, I'm not seeing it on stream. It probably looks like ass on stream. Oh well. I tried. I'm gonna try upgrading this camera and get a proper camera instead of a webcam. That's the next investment for the stream. That's where Goose's big bucks are gonna be going. Do you know, I've not played in ages. Houston bloody Breakout. The TAS feels awful now, whereas the FSA feels great. I think I called it the TAS the last game. I meant the FSA. Can't remember what this build is, but it looks like it's Gunslinger. We'll rock it with the Reinfeld. Why not? The more modular a system gets, ironically, players become less inclined to experiment. Yeah, that is sadly the case. don't know, that there was beauty in the simplicity of the original Payday 2, because I was watching Mario Top Hat's Update 2 stream, went all the way back. I did something similar for one of my videos years ago, and it's really good fun. I recommend doing it. But those core skill trees had some ass skills, like My Brother's Keeper and stuff. Just useless. Well, that's not what it's called. Was it called Brother's Keeper? The one that makes you do more damage against. I think I've like named a book. The one that makes you do more damage against gangsters. There was some awful skills, but the overall roleplay value of like all the builds really solid. The best way to play was just like armored tank, but that didn't matter because the first time I played Payday 2, I was like, I want to be a ghost. That's what I was obsessed with. Did I catch Almir's remarks on why Year 2 doesn't have a roadmap? Yeah, he said the same thing a few times. It seems to have something to do with... What's going on, by the way? Is this lobby broken? Yeah, the lobby's open. It's just... It's friends only lobby. But I feel like people have joined, but it's just not working. Hello. Hello, friends. Thank you. Maybe I was just hopeful. Shall I use the world's worst bloody starter? Let's start in the garage, lads. Brother's Keeper, yeah, that's the one. Black Marketer, wasn't that just like... It was like a meta skill, because it like made weapons and stuff cheaper or something. Like, weapon customizations. So it was like meta to have, but like not to have because it did nothing in Heist. Like, Payday 2's launch skill system had loads of holes in it, yet somehow the overall effect was more interesting to me than what we ended up with. What did I miss? We talked a little bit about Jacket at the start of the stream. I'm sorry for like dragging everyone down here. I'm going to pretend that this is useful because it gives me immediate access to the oxygen. Meta. Can you make some crazy stealth move here? Yeah, that ain't even that crazy. That's like, you boy screwed it. Wait, I've just realized I haven't done this in so long. It's good thing I forgot that you should try and get into the courtroom, but whoopsie. Wonder if anyone else would drop their partnership. I think it's on the table. I got nothing but respect for Tom. I think he did it in an incredibly respectful way. And in a, like... He did it for all the right reasons. There was zero desire to get any sort of cred for deciding to leave the partner program. It was just something that he wanted to do. And sort of out of respect for that, I haven't spoken about it or tweeted about it, but I think internally a lot of people have felt pretty negatively about the way the program's been run for a while. Not really by the people running the program, but by what the people running the program are able to offer us. If you get my drift. Similar complaints to what we've had in general about Payday 3. Hello, JJ. I'm sure people are pissed off perpetually beyond yesterday. I hate this. This is awful. Why do I not have combat reload on my Rheinfeld build? You telling me I didn't have a Rheinfeld build ready? Bad gamer. No, I think launch Payday 2 skills were bad, and you're right. Nostalgia is almost certainly speaking for fun of it, some of it. But I think the overarching system behind them was more compelling to me than what we got with Payday 3. Like, you did also have to buy those goddamn skills, and they were expensive. Respecking was just, like, not an option back in the day. But this build's so messy. Yeah, I've just realized it's a medic bag build. Weird. Okay, should have read my skills. Does it matter? No, it's Payday 3. I've just realized this looks like it's the text they use when they're like saying, please fill this in later. I have smoke grenades, apparently. This is how I found out. Just run no skills? I respect it. I don't know. Somehow at this point, the keeping the uptime on like edge micromanagement has become my favorite thing about the game. Brother, how can we save you? You're not meant to be in there. That's been happening since the game was like, since this Heist was pre-launch. By the way, you're leaving soon, Heavy Weapons man. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your calls for Anarchist ICTV. Welcome to the club. Weapon fire type selectors would be cool. I would be a fan of that. I remember how this build works now, kinda. The hotbox build. An ADS? Oh no, it's Gunslinger. Gunslinger is one of the better design skills in the game. I think it's got such a clear trade-off, right? I think that kind of works. Easy source of edge that comes with the trade-off of not being able to ADS. Is that good game design? Am I learning? Yeah, I'll let other people trade. Someone has more manipulative skills than I do. What weapons do I think they should add to Payday 3? Give us an RPG. Finally, I can clear the Sims out of No Rest of the Wicked. That's probably where they bunch up the most. I've been saying for a while I'd like to see more explosives in the game. I think the Mamba buffs with the overskill system will help that. Oops, I forgot. Your boy always brings the oxygen and forgets to use the oxygen. KSG would be cool. They will not be adding popular Payday YouTuber. I did hear someone say that I was voice acting Jacket. I can confirm I'm not voice acting Jacket. That like one British dude, the nature documentary guy. What is it he says? Something about being the apex predator. Yes, I do think I have combat reload because I should have combat reload. Thank you, Heavy Weapons man. Take care. Prefer Payday 3 original characters or more characters from Payday 2 and crossovers? I think I can see why they do more Payday 2 characters because they're safer bets. You're more likely to get audience buy-in immediately. I think the issue with doing it a whole fresh character is that people aren't really jiving with Payday 3 as is, so they see a new character come to this game they're not enamored with and just don't bat an eyelid at it. Whereas if you, at the very least, are adding things that like they know have worked in the past, it's pretty safe. I will never not hate the line, Houston broke his hands on someone's face. Wanting more 50 blessings goodies? Yeah, I don't know, maybe there will be, because bear in mind, everything in that character pack trailer will only be paid stuff. Because that's the character pack trailer. If I remember when Jacket was added to... This might not have actually been when Jacket was added, this might have been when the Hotline Miami Heist was added. But I'm fairly certain they added a bunch of other stuff for free. masks and things, maybe? What are you lads doing? Civilian rescue team rock up with no bloody civs to rescue. Ethan is confirmed dead. I don't think they can just be like confirming the death of famous internet celebrities. But I can tell you that they're not going to add Rust back. Everyone knows how Rust feels about his cameo in Payday 2, alright?
Chopper's refueling. He can't make the weapon drop.
He's got the proper grumpy old man energy, does Ron Perlman. How much do I think the DLC will cost? I know how much the DLC will cost, but I believe it's NDA'd information, so I cannot make a guess. Because it wouldn't be a guess. All I can say is no one's kicking up a fuss about it. Goodbye, sweet prince. The only time I ever seem to play Chains is when I play Houston Breakout. Oh, you guys can put your guesses in chat, but you're not gonna get me to slip up on this one. You know, I think if people want to leave the partner program, they should probably leave on their own terms. Not ejected by Almir's boot. Almir, like, he's thirsting for blood today. He's popped off at Troy already. I gotta keep my head low.
Assemble the cage so you can extract with the evidence.
Ow. You would shoot me, wouldn't you? I don't know, what does Almir always say during the streams? He's always like, well, what do you think it should cost, Heisters? When everyone says free, he's like, oh no. I shouldn't have said that. Actual Hagrid moment. Should we be doing the other stuff? Probably. The only problem with playing skillless is stuff like Bulldoze must absolutely romp you unless you got a Red Fox or something. Did they release the price? I don't think so. Hence why I must keep my mouth shut at all times. Do I reckon they will pull the plug if Jacket does not sell? Yes. I really do. I think Jacket is a... what's the word I'm thinking of? It's basically a core indicator of where interest's at. You can make Jacket work, maybe you can make other things work going forward. If you can't make the easiest win of all time work, at least from a soft reset perspective, people are surely saying, we don't think this is going to be viable beyond like March. Jacket is a potential swan song, yeah, which is one of the reasons that I and I think many others are very hesitant to recommend a purchase, right? You've got to go into it knowing that this is something you're buying that you might not be able to use forever because the game could go fully offline. So, however much it costs, that's got to be money. I sound like a bloody investment website. That's got to be money you're willing to lose. It's funny how short this heist can be if you just decide to lose without feeling all the evidence. Jacket is going to work though. He's a fan fave. I think that some of us are in a bit of an echo chamber right now. And we're not seeing the wider, in places more casual, but maybe more casual Payday fans, but bigger like Hotline Miami fans. They're super into this DLC, man. Like, they love Jacket. So I do think it's a freer win than it might seem if you're just browsing Twitter and seeing people complaining about the melee system and stuff. That's my take. Yeah, so the idea is I just keep my health just above board by killing marked people, and then I've always got armor repair kits. It's a pretty meta build, this, to be honest. I shouldn't act like I'm doing something clever. New build video, when? I considered making one for that FSA build that's super OP, but I've realized that most people just get mad at me when I show off the really meta stuff. So I don't actually know. Final charge, boys! Just keep coming! There she is. I think that the best thing about that recent update is all the nice things they did with like the Rheinfeld. The FSA probably got a little too much, but Payday 2 is how I got into Hotline Miami as well. So as far as like franchise collabs are concerned, it works pretty well. The precedent is there for it to be a success, is what I'm saying. It's funny, like, actually, when bulldozers and techies start charging, the game gets marginally easier. Because then you get an endless supply of armor repair kits. Yeah, it's just nice seeing the Rheinfeld not being totally incompetent against heavy swords. Get back. They ain't ever nerfing this Deagle. Don't Be a Hero is fantastic, by the way. I know I whiffed on stream last night, but I got a couple hours in that thing, especially pre-launch. I was going to make a video on it, and then decided, like, I'm not doing 3 news videos in 1 week. That ain't me. That's not sustainable. Not after I said I want to make fewer of that style of video. Might be a bit of a hypocrite, but I'm not that much. This heist just hits a point where it gets a bit silly, doesn't it? Those final charge vibes. I genuinely believe that Don't Be a Hero like is the kind of concept that could be expanded upon and turned into a full game, and you buy it for like $5 and have a great time. Super promising. Really like tightly made. Has a few performance issues, mostly because of particle effects. Sorry, Nyankatek. Yeah, I had to fix my bloody video. Do you think Milton from Don't Be a Hero is the intern from First World Bank? No, we know his name. That kind of deep lore would be amazing, but we know his name, right? I'll have to ask little guy G, but I'm pretty sure we know the intern's name. From that initial trailer where Nico was violently sick in it. The one where like Chains is watching some reality TV. If that makes sense. I'm pretty sure they said his name. It's like Miles or something. Yeah, I hope it gets made into a full game as well. I think it was Vincent who made it, wasn't it? I think it's really talented. That's totally not his main job at Starbreeze. And that's the kind of thing that should really be like heavily rewarded. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know what the bonus scheme is like, but let me tell you, if I was the CEO, that's some talent you want to keep around. Noli is a smash? Hell yeah! You don't know how many times people have said pass. Milton is the anti-bobblehead Bob. Yeah, I want to see a spin-off fighting game where the two, like, duke it out in hand-to-hand combat. I did find Almir's funny story the other day quite funny. About the fact that the original intention was for Bobblehead Bob to survive the fall and then get hit by a car in the Big Bang trailer. It must have messed with the pacing, and I actually think they... You know, this is like cut content, but I think sometimes cut content is a good thing. Sometimes you gotta cut the content, man. Sir? That man has a long fuck. But yeah, it's a perfect example of where cut content probably made the trailer overall flow better, but I still love the idea of it. I'm being so flippant with my healing. Yeah, oh, don't get started on the Gage timeline. I'm pretty sure Gage has bloody voice lines that were recorded. Gage, notoriously the best actor in the Payday web series. Wait, one of those bad. This takes so long. Starting to lose my mind. Controversial opinion, Hotline Miami's a mid-game. No, like the original Hotline Miami is one of the tightest designed indie games. Super simple concept that was pulled off perfectly. You can totally bounce off like the difficulty. You can bounce off the way the game is designed from a pure gameplay perspective. But I think if you do jive with it, it's really tight. It's one of those games that I think really deserves its recognition. Like Balatro. This guy can't be comparing Hotline Miami to Balatro. Say it ain't so. Ah! The land shot! Bloody jet! I haven't played that game, by the way. I just saw the memes. Which is really how I live my life now. As a guy who works full-time and makes YouTube videos through the other time, the only way I can consume content is through, like, Twitter. What do I think about the TAS 12? I think it was better before they homogenized shotguns. I think it's the only shotgun that suffered from that update. It used to get tighter ADS spread, so it was like an ADS shotgun. And they took that feature out of it, so now the Rheinfeld is literally better. I guess it's good for the people who don't like power creep, but it sucks for the TAS 12 because it was a fun weapon. Yeah, I like Hotline Miami 1 more than Hotline Miami 2. I couldn't finish Hotline Miami 2. I actually did bounce off it at some point. The difficulty got to me and I just didn't want to keep bashing my head against that wall. Which is weird, because normally I like very difficult games. Where are the cops, man? Ah, there's some. It's like they all come at once. Don't you boys know that's bad etiquette? Do I delete raw footage for challenges, or do I keep them just in case? At most, I would put them on my Google Drive. I pay for like a mega Google Drive. And I've done that a couple of times, but otherwise, no, the footage goes to the abyss. Also, for anyone wondering, challenge runs on average use about 2% of the footage I record. It's that bad, man. Everything else goes. Otherwise, you'd be watching a lot of the same stuff. Are we almost done? Like, this, some final charge this is, man. Nothing about this feels final. When the team is too good. Mr. Rich over here? Yeah, no, I gotta pay it, man. Google pay me, so... It's the least I can do. I'm giving back. I know they're in need. They only made like $1 trillion last year. Don't get why they capped the renown. I mean, I guess when it is the only thing to do, I agree. But I think it's got more to do with the like the renown inflation. Like if they ever want to do anything with the system in the future, maybe have it scale so the higher level you are, the longer it takes. If they had people that were already renowned like 5,500, it could put a spanner in the works. So I'm saying logically there might be a good reason. I just don't know what it is. For me at least, I just couldn't care less about renown. Infamy meant more, man, and I can't tell you why. Look, it's tax deductible, man. Don't judge me. You gotta balance the books. Don't you guys know Starbreeze paid me big money last year? I'm the real one. They blew me and they paid me. That is a joke. That is a joke. Please, please. Do not take me out of context. Do I think Armor 2.0 will fix the gameplay loop? I think it might make the game more engaging for certain playstyles. Don't think it's going to fix the gameplay loop, but I think people are rightly concerned about Shield being totally busted, but I think it's really difficult to release Shield not being busted. I think if you release it to the point where it's completely ass to use, it's going to make the Armor 2.0 update feel bad. So I think it releasing as a stronger armor type might be a necessity just to get people to interface with the new system, and then they can balance it from there. That's kind of where I feel about it. Become a Baxter content creator? Only if they blow me. I think the odds of anyone who's deep in the Payday space sticking around for Baxter is pretty slim. If Payday 3 goes the way of the dinosaurs, you know? Because I think that the resentment's going to be kind of thick. Don't get me wrong, there's a level of intrigue there with Baxter, but it ain't Payday, baby. We know so little about it as well. Jesus, this is the perfect stream heist. You can just fully switch your brain off while your poor teammates suffer through chucking bags in a container. It's ideal. Do this more often. Okay. Baxter is what Deadlock is for TF2 players. No, Valve and TF2 have a complicated relationship, man. How do I say thank you? Thanks, friends. Thanks for the carry. What will the official name of Project Baxter be? At this point, they might as well just go with Backshots. We don't know. We don't know. Codenames are fun, though. I think Payday 3's codename was Project Moolah. I think do you remember when that, was it 2021 build leaked? I think that was all Moolah stuff. And it's called the Moolah mod loader, if I remember. Which again, it's just using the codename. That's a fun one. I do know, from talking to someone, what the PUBG codename is called. But I won't share it in case it's dodgy info. Almir's Gate? Hell yeah. Overkill's the Walking Dragons? We don't know if there's going to be dragons in Baxter. Kind of disappointing if there weren't. We know there'll be dungeons. So we're halfway there. This build's called Locked In. Let's lock in, man. I'll fear and greed. I'm having fun today. I'm having fun. I don't know whether the vibes are just good, but I'm having fun. Thank you, chat. This is what can make it tricky, though, you know? To play solo. I don't have chat sparing me on. Dragons will be a DLC, that seems about right. I do think, like I was talking about this earlier today with a few friends. I do think we're hard to sell to. I do think the Payday audience drives a hard bargain. I think other consumers have become especially younger consumers in games that market themselves at younger people, have become a lot more willing to consume. We are much more aware of what is fair, which is, it must be frustrating from a sales and marketing standpoint. I'm not saying we're doing anything wrong. I think we should be discerning customers. But I imagine the people behind Jacket on Monday morning are going to be kind of frustrated that this wasn't just a big win, and that people are immediately questioning the monetization practices. I commented on Lucky's video earlier today because I think it was a good video. I fundamentally disagree with the title. I don't think Jacket having the baseball bat is corporate greed. I think it's corporate necessity, and I think it's the product of them making mistakes pre-launch. We should have a melee system, so Jacket can be a free win, you know? That's where I fall on it. And Safi! Good to see you, mate. The eternal Payday 3 optimist. Memeing on me today, I saw on Twitter. I don't know if they are confident in Baxter, but I think they've put a lot of money into Baxter. So, bit of a sunk cost fallacy going on. Wow, my voice still can't handle that long of a stream. I can already feel it. It's a little on the shakier side. Dude, Karik, you've absolutely lapped me in terms of infamy. Renown. To be fair, I don't think there's that many other games that do things Payday does. Yeah, I do think Payday has followed a sort of unique and unpopular approach. Like, what do you think would be the play? Do you think they should have gone MTX, everything else for free? Because I think in the modern era... Sorry, I'm just turning my keyboard on now. I think in the modern era, that's actually a more popular way of monetizing the game. But I think they were scared off by the way microtransactions are perceived.
You've got the muscle to pry open that door, right?
Why would you say it like that, Shade?
Found it over here.
Sneaky boys.
Hey, we got a guard.
But where is it we go? I've forgotten how the start of this heist functions. I got bag, boys. Bringing bag. I will not stop. Ah, it's red room.
Looks like we're taking the market by force.
The more you know. Well, that was maybe the best I've ever done it, dude. No leg breaks. Their last resort could be going free to play with MTX shop. They've gone pretty close to free to play a few times recently. Like, they've gone cheap. So it's not completely out of the question.
Get blood all over it. Get down or get shot.
Anyone a fan of swap meet trading?
One sec. I'm pinpointing a computer with trade clearance.
Yeah, I think that there was room for changing how Payday was monetized. I do think us boomers would have still been mad.
Lose your life.
But maybe in the long term it would have been better for the life of the game. And maybe it would have been more sustainable. I don't know. Like, I don't really know what DLCs are making. I don't know what the margin is on it. By all accounts, shit's expensive, man. The story is that, like, First World Bank cost, like, 10x what it cost to develop when it was originally made for Payday the Heist and Payday 2. So,
They're printed out around the office. Find them fast.
it's a funny one. Payday 2 had so many. A lot of the Payday 2 free weekends came a lot later in its life. And I think they keep running into actual issues with doing things like free weekend. It's sharpshooter. Disgusting.
That's all of them. Go wrap up the hack.
Is Unreal Engine to blame? I think Unreal caused them a few issues, without a doubt. You're early. Becky's like straight in there, man. But like, Payday is not a live service. Do you think they could have ever competed with the kind of rate of content update that live services run? Because I don't think they could have.
Hold on to that access key.
I don't think they had a chance of doing that.
Stay sharp. The Cobb Sabotage Squad.
I did see Vanilla Hood Plus has been made for Payday 3. It is on my mod list.
Access key from a broker booth on the floor.
I think I've said it a couple of times before, but I don't use mods when I'm streaming and stuff because the game's probably as popular on console as it is on PC. And I find like running mods to be kind of exclusionary. It just confuses the hell out of console players, basically. No offense, guys.
Nice. Give me a sec to transfer the credentials.
Don't try to get smart with me.
It started Payday 2. How many DLCs are there? Well,
Grab the access key.
if you got the base edition of Payday 2, like the original edition that launched back in 2013, the answer is like
Control room already.
30 odd. If you got a later edition, that's more than 30. It's like 50, isn't it? It's like bloody Train Simulator. Oh mate, what happened?
Exchange is
Wait, is that two lads?
hold up the market.
Or has he just got two heads?
Screen. Get their
Or is that not his head? I...
transfer control.
Sorry, being filthy.
Flow.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of DLCs. Some might say too many. Trying to say how many starting heists there are, it's always tricky. Because it's like, well, do we count each individual day? What do we say about things like Firestarter that reuses a lot of heist assets?
Won't take me long.
This heist quickly turns into a mess.
Bulldozer is fine.
Gotta respect it for being a outright mess. I like the MP5. It's a fun weapon. And go for the boys in blue pack, guys. I was so mad in the wrong order. Like, I felt like boys in blue wasn't enough. But dude, if they drop boys in blue on us right now, I think I'd lose myself.
Somebody help Wolf. Overkill weapons ready.
It's not looking good, boys. I don't know if I've got revive skills. Apparently, it doesn't matter. Karik is my savior. Boys in blew me away.
Get back to transfer control and enter that code.
Why did I not title it that? I gave it some, like, super edgelord title as well. I'm sorry, everyone.
Found.
This is a problem. I'm gonna let you sort this out.
Well done. Let's find the next one.
This is what I live for, gets flashbang. Houston loves getting flashbang, man.
One less shield. I took out the sniper.
I gotta say, I know Unintelligible played a lot about the snipers, but I've just got off playing a lot of Payday 2, and oh my god, the snipers in that game are so irritating and unfair, and I hate them. It's genuinely refreshing having a sniper consider aim, not blow my head off immediately. Did I see Sappy's tweet? I did. I responded to it. I gave him my perfect symmetrical face.
Sending in the weapon now.
The original thumbnail for Payday 3 blew me away. We demand an apology video for Boys in Blue. I don't know if I've got it in me. I can't play the ukulele, I can tell you that. That already puts me at a massive disadvantage. I was watching a Moist Critical video recently where he was like, no one's gonna top that. You know, it used to be that everyone, the apology videos used to get worse and worse every year, but I think we've seen peak. Yep. Not with a bang, but a whimper. I blew my load early on that one, man. Not with a bang, but a whimper should have been held off on something way less impactful. Not Boys in Blue, which is actually kind of a banging update. I felt like people were kind of overselling the excitement for it, and I wanted to kind of put it in perspective. Like, at first, I really did think the Boys in Blue heist was kind of low stakes, way more than I expected it to be.
Code's up. Enter it back and transfer control.
What is a team player?
That one's down. On to the next.
Play the electric guitar? No, because that sounds too self-serious. It's only so funny because, like, it's that ludicrous. God, Hardy's broken. There she is. Sir, let me just leave that hostage alone. My man was just eating bullet. Big respect. Yeah, this heist can get a little crazy at times.
Somebody help Wolf.
Didn't need to switch weapons. Perhaps the violin. Dude, I can kind of play the violin. I could play the violin when I was younger. I'm sure I could pick that up again. Surely your boy's not completely lost it. Oh, my eyes! It's back! Oh! Oh, real box of cookies. Take care. Thanks for popping in. We got a 1372.
Get back to transfer control and enter that code.
That's a nasty no.
You've done some good damage. Shut down the market now.
Thank him, Chainsbot.
More money.
Chainsbot, you're bloody useless, lad.
Concord's officially fucked. Let's make sure he stays that way.
Rest in peace, Concord.
Use our access key.
Hopefully he killed himself, lol.
We had stashed. You can use it to shut down the exchange.
My favorite line. I just ain't messing with you, Dozer. I lied. I messed with him. Oh hell, we have. I have disengage. Phil has disengage. God, I'm a tryhard. Will I ever do another lore video for Payday 3? Yes, I think so. My current plan is to wait for the secret, and then cover that in a big lore video, including all of Year 1 and jackets inclusion, stuff like that. Solid hit. I'd love the end of an assault so we could trade some sips. Jacket pulls in 5k players on Steam. I think that we will see a pretty massive spike, a pretty large spike. I don't know whether I'd go as far as to call it a massive spike. Should be reasonably substantial. Yeah, I think that they've sort of the secret should have just been should have taken place over a short time span, in my opinion. I think people would have locked in more for it instead of like dragging it out like this. And obviously the mistake they made with it was pretty disappointing. Ooh, a Mamba before it gets buffed.
They cut the whole building's access to the market. Good thing we already bled
Rare fun.
dry.
This thing needs its reload speed fixed, and then that'll be fun.
They'll be back.
Honestly, it's the only like really substantial issue with it. Yeah, this is who I need.
Back online. Locke said Payday upgrades were worth it. He was right.
Does the LMG still have the bugged fast reload? Yeah, was it something about like they'd added the buffs from the skills that got cut or something? So I had an ultra fast reload. Alright, I couldn't find any extras.
This is why we always have a backup plan. Find the parts we stashed for the transmitter.
Yeah, I agree. I wish Payday 3 was a lot harder. It felt like it might have that difficulty on launch, and then we completed every Overkill heist, like, first attempt. And the issue is it's only got easier since then. Like, cops really haven't had a buff, have they? The techie was added, which was a small buff. I'll give it to them. It was something.
We're so close. Defend the transmitter when it does its thing.
Not you. What the hell are you doing? Why would you do that? Are you stupid?
The hostages. Rescue units have arrived.
Gotta respect the Mamba play, man.
Transmitter's
I
down.
don't want to farm up some kills. Well, that's Techie. Techie, I need you. Ah, my eyes! It's so bright! This might be the best part of any heist in the game. This escape sequence. Some of the most imaginative stuff I think they've ever done. Hello, Sea Dog. How you doing today? You feel any better? That helps.
Let's get out of there for fuck's sake. The cops aren't retreating this time.
You'd pay Paydillion dollars for a P90 and Amcar? Sorry, Amcar, ACR. Yeah, P90. That's a weird one that's missing. Kind of an iconic Payday 2 weapon. Not that it was amazing or anything, but it was ever present, wasn't it? Payday 2's Death Wish, especially with some limitations, can be really nasty. Like, Mayhem can be really nasty in Payday 2 if you don't know what you're doing. I still think like Payday 2's difficulties are a great example of what not to do. There's so much bloat in them.
Cops are not backing the fuck off anymore. You need to prove it.
So much bloat in you? What the hell? Sea-Dog, don't you think I still sound like shit? I'm trying to tell my work, like, guys. Listen to me, I sound bunged up. You don't want me around, do you? Just give me more time to, like, play Notoriety or something.
The transmitter lost connection.
Please stop kicking our transmitter. Wait, I don't have Hardy on this build! The whole time! Was he not just been demolishing me, man?
Get across to the other roof. And for fuck's sake, don't fall.
Oh, we're done. It was just starting to get exciting. Meow.
Get fucking moving, people. The cops are not backing down this time.
Yeah, I've not been invested in my immune system. I've been like eating McDonald's and stuff. pretty over for me.
Now,
Uh,
show. I have a feeling this heist will go down in history.
oh, Sea Dog, have a lovely walk. You're such a paragon of how you should be living life. You make me feel bad. I don't do things like go for walks. SWAT vans, my take with SWAT vans has always been that they need like a vanguard protecting them to feel relevant in any way. And then I thought about it a bit more and I'm like, that's just Captain Winters. But yeah, the SWAT van like carried some special troops into the map that are like kind of mid difficulty, slightly more than specials, slightly below bulldozers. The mechanic could be more engaging and interesting, but as it stands, it's either really frustrating or really irrelevant. It's probably not a good thing. I don't know. It's like another try hard build. Let's do it. Nothing wrong with trying hard in a co-op game on everyone's favorite heist.
Blood has asked us to
The boys in blew me away. Only syntax left? How could you forget Boys in Blue? Yo, the renowned colours are so like random and arbitrary, aren't they? Poison Brew. Marion Top Hat's been on fire since he left the partner program. Banging streams. Banging video. Maybe it's the key. Maybe that's where things went downhill. No, Karik, you're absolutely fine. When I run a stream like this, it's just... If you fancy playing Payday 3 in Chile, please do. We'd rather have you than empty slots. Especially when there's not been an update, it's increasingly difficult to find people with Payday 3 installed. Game's too big. I do like the light blue. Better than this crummy orange. Yeah, how about none of the above? I absolutely hate the assets on Boys in Blue. First Nebula ever you've gotten in months? Quick screenshot it, get it on the Reddit. It's free karma. So I hear. Oh yeah, 500 plus is grey. It's a yellow from... Well, because it's still light blue for me. Dragon, we have the exact same renown. We're just as notorious as each other. Is that a shakedown shark mask? I think it might just be the lighting on it, but you look badass. Ah, right, you never got to enjoy yellow. You dodged yellow. I get it. In theory, the only loud favor is the hidden key, right? Which is more inconvenient than just opening the safes. It's so dark on the far right. Tell me about it. We live in such a dystopia these days. It's impressive. I didn't see this coming 5 years ago. That's not true. I think we all did. 5 years ago,
stealing back gold from the
it was already a dystopia.
It's a bit ironic. Now, get inside the station.
That's a bit ironic. Alright, blowjob brothers.
Couldn't help but notice that my pencils are missing.
Check out the guard.
You got crumbs all over your uniform.
I
Was up all night filing your...
Filing your...
I love this part. This fucking drill.
They got Vlad's gold locked up tight. Head to the captain's office and find out
The
who
Renowned
has
Brothers?
access to the evidence room.
What is this, by the way? It's like only on this heist, I swear.
Time for another strategy.
Mate, I want you to open this door for me. Come on through. She got you through the door, man.
James, hey,
Can't be accepting that. Hello, Erk. Can't be using my government name. Actually, that's fine. You've added a few extra letters. Brother, stop shooting me in the side of the head.
If you tie down civilians, I can use them for hostage negotiations.
I'm picking a safe. Your ass is mine. Dude's done like no visible damage to me somehow. What an intimidating young man. I think Shade's been a lot less lovable than we would have liked. However, I gotta say, all the like guest voice actors absolutely nailed it. Houston, Clover, I really like their work. It seems like Jacket's gonna be the same way. I'm a big fan of the voice lines I've heard so far. I think having what I assume is 4+ tapes is gonna be good. No less? Oh, dude. Childhood bully over here. It's because this house doesn't have a search mode, right? Sorry, are you telling me I just missed every bullet I fired at that man? I don't want to talk about it at all. That is so embarrassing. I got it, brother. I'm hammering. Yeah, the fact that there's absolutely zero contractor interaction makes it really difficult for Shade to like bounce off anyone. Because she's just always talking to herself. It always felt like Bane wasn't entirely talking to himself, you know? I guess she does interact in cutscenes, but she's just always kind of sassing people up. Hello? This is so underutilized. Like, an actual vehicle rolling in. Nice tactical vehicle. Very tactically done. It survived a lot of bullets. Right. ADS aim feels horrid. Need Jacket for real? I do think we're going to have a situation on launch day where he's like legitimately going to be hard to pick up and play. No one's going to want to join my stream because I'm going to hog him. It's coming on the third, right? Ah! Didn't see that one coming. Oh, I'm running armor bags there. Can hear the lad inside the walls. Nothing will stop me from loving Crime Mummy. I mean, she does look good in the turtleneck. You gotta give it to her. Rare footage of a Payday 3 sniper actually taking a shot. Yeah, you have to like not turn around for about 10 seconds. Oh, I don't want to give him armor. You don't deserve that. Shade is just in their heads. Classic Wolf plotline. Did you guys do the thing on the Reddit? The like original Heist design? Some of them were wacky, dude. Chains looks like a little bit too much like a pimp for my liking. Bloody Swagney over there.
Alright, the device is up and running. Watch the shield. One leg
Guess it's better when I don't have to ADS.
All good to go.
I just think I have fun fighting in this room. It feels like the most balanced combat room because the cops use the cover kind of well. You can use the cover kind of well. Fabricated's just been cuffed. This is a problem. How do I get to you quickly? I don't think I can. Oh, Kareek, almost. I have revive skills on this build. It's always a complete dice roll. Alright. Save my man. I absolutely love the control phase track. Yeah, that's the one. That's the concept art. Thanks for sharing it, Lexi Lego. I couldn't tell it was a joke. Chains had some of the best VO work. I think Damien might have done the most voice work in general out of the cast, so... Actually, that's probably not true. It's probably Dallas's actor. Because I'm fairly certain he's always done this VO. Fabricate, just be happy the cloakers that like exist properly. Normally these get stuck up somewhere in the vents. No, I'm hoping that like Jacket just pulls the bat out of his ass, to be honest. More believable. Dude's got the prison pocket. Let's inspect on this bad boy. No flips. I'm not interested, there's no flips. Ooh. Like a chicken laying an egg? Yeah, exactly! Dude, it's thematic. What's not to love? Where the hell did my grenade go? Try me, boys. Every cop you hit has a brown smear on them. Oh, come on, man. Jacket has a B-day. You know how it is. It's a clean free. No, my theory is that certain overkill weapons are not going to be airdropped anymore. Like, for thematic reasons. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But that would just be a superior way of doing it. If I'm wrong, the world is wrong. That's what I'm saying. Because then that would be a trade-off for the fact that it's a close-range melee weapon, so obviously has a bunch of disadvantages. At the very least, it would be like immediately accessible. Okay, I'm killing everything. No, my adaptive armor. But the effects are still so glitchy in this room, man. Ah! Why? Explosions, dude. Big respect for using the Mamba, though. That's actually kind of fun. The oil room got transformed into the Doom room? Yeah, it's never gonna be free. Dude was bloody breakdancing and dodging all my headshots. Legitimately impressive. This is a fun solo heist as well, because like you got to be in a lot of places at once. I find that quite entertaining. Oh, hello. Jesus. Slightly unexpected, mate, not gonna lie. I'd love a little bit of grit, lads. Thank you. Well, they're messing around with the overkill weapon charge rate anyway, because I think they're making it so they don't flow into each other. You can't charge one overkill weapon with another. So that's the first change I know they're making. And they're making it so like loose cash increases it more, which means all the loose cash that's inexplicably on a heist like First World Bank makes a bit more sense, I guess. There are so many safes on that heist that do nothing. Like, all they need to do is put money bundles in those safes, and then, like, that's additional loot. Although that would be a little frustrating, because the all-loot bonus is something you should always go after, and it would be kind of annoying if you'd have to open every safe for it. So actually, scratch that idea. Just leave the crap money in there, who cares? But I mean, if overkill weapons become a bit more meta because of that, it could be interesting. The problem is, without difficulty, there's no reason for you to change up your style of play or anything. So it'll just remain broken, unfortunately. Death Wish when? I think that we'll see that much further in the future if the game stays alive on YouTube. Because I think the whole game is going to require rebalancing with new skills. As we balance with the Vault Loose Cash? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to give you, but that's what it said on the blog post. Some heists have very different amounts of loose cash. I mean, look at this one. We got 998. I'm trying to think. There's some loose cash in the safes. There must be loose cash in all the cop lockers, I guess. But who's messing around with that? Can I show you my shotgun build? I've got a fun shotgun build. This is the shotgun build I'm using most of the time with the very OP FSA. Basic medic revive skills, useful for playing with AI or with teammates. Ammo specialist, we need play up because this is adaptive armor build. Scrouge is just a really good skill, a bit slept on. Tank skills, including Hardy, also an amazing skill when dozers start spawning. Stockpile's nice if you've got spare skills. There's no fortitude or adrenaline in this build. Transporter skills as ever because they're like mandatory. You can go super lean. Literally, you get three things every trade just from 2 skills. Really powerful. Ammo full and replenish, you know why. Couple enforcer skills. Assassin, because you can still run. You don't need adrenaline to use overheal, and I'm mostly using overheal for like stat boosts. Main source of edge, tactician. Just melee a cop, you get it immediately, or just knock them back with a weapon. And I run the jackknife because it reloads quickly and it's fun to use. Oh man, I'm gonna stop calling in members. They look fun. Should we finish off the gauntlet? The DLC gauntlet? Hit him with a syntax error? Why not? Somewhere Lucky just woke up screaming after I said ammo funnel? Ah, he's over it. He's got plenty more fish to deal with now. Unimpressed by the melee system, as I'm sure many people are. My mortal enemy. Yeah, my opinion on ammo funnel has not got any more nuanced really, although I understand why lots of people dislike it. I just think the overall sort of power level of that skill is really where people want the game to be built around. As opposed to these tiny other buffs or awkward play skills. And I always felt that way. For the moment they showed it me as like, this is a highlight skill, I was like, okay, so this is what you can expect from skills. As it turned out, that was not the case at all. That was kind of an outlier. I think at the end of the day, the way Ammo Funnel and Replenish works is that my conclusion on it now is a bit more solid in that it should be designed to only work with certain sorts of weapons. So like, double barrel shotgun, for example, is a great example of a weapon it should work with. The LMG maybe, but not with every assault rifle in the game. I think that would make it more fun and more engaging. But I ain't ever taking it off because like, I can't be arsed running over there, man. Like, you give me the ability to stand where I want and play the game, I'll probably take it. But that's like a me problem. I totally get that people want to be more logical about their use of cover and things. And I know that's why people like blue armor as well. And if that's how I had to play the game, that's how I would play the game. I very much adapt to what the game allows me to do. I'm a bit of a meta Michael. Yeah, so stuff like the Taz as well would be pretty frustrating, I imagine. The pump actions. But then, like, the weapon I'm using here, the FSA, it doesn't need it. It's OP with it. What's happening with that van? Good lord. Least smooth van I've ever seen. Watch out, boys. We're going in sneaky like. Sometimes I run straight through the thing. Sometimes I'm a bit more mature about it. Should you buy Payday 3? No, my answer will always be no until they give us more information on the offline mode. Don't Noodle, thank you so much for the Prime stuff. I really appreciate you. The game goes pretty cheap, and there are decent like cut price sales. So if it's something you're super keen on doing, there are good times to buy it. But I think it's a really tough sell when we know the game could be going the way of the dinosaurs. You know. Can smash the vents. You can't in Payday 2. I was recently doing First World Bank.
Check the guard. Stay back.
Love me a bit of Andrew Kang. What's he been tweeting about recently?
Guard over there.
Yeah, it's very much like it should come with a buyer beware. This is so bright, man.
I found the code.
Look at the stream and it isn't actually that bright. My end, it's like flashbang territory. Also, a circuit breaker for metal detector that no one ever uses.
One less thing to worry about.
I think modders would, but I still think that that's like...
Get down, fucker.
That's not fun, is it?
Get down into the server rooms. Be careful. Security's tight.
Like, you'd always rather it was a properly developed, supported game than having to rely on modders. But I agree, I think they'd save it. I think so far they've done such impressive things with Payday 3. I definitely think they've got it in the locker, you know?
Found it. Got the key card.
The search has been triggered. A bit more than that, mate.
Sims has this place locked down tight. You can shut the fucker down from the basement control room.
I'm pretty sure I can't recommend buying the game on key resellers. I'm pretty sure Uncle Matt's gonna come to my house and break my legs if I say that. And I got enough issues, man. I need my legs. Thanks, Karik. Appreciate it. You hard carried some of those.
Tie down some civilians. Sin's locked us out. We need to loosen this thing's grip. Let's try disabling the cooling system.
I mean, have you seen some of the UI stuff that modders have done for Payday 3? It's super impressive. It's that like higher fans meme, except it's not like the most weirdly make-up female character. I was looking at some of the new Smite gods in Smite 2 thinking that today. Like, what have they done with Mulan? So it's like a pretty princess. She meant to be a warrior princess. Gotta put your 1K hours to use somewhere. You've doubled me up there. I'm pretty sure I'm at like 560 or something. I did play a little bit on Yellwonk, but the whole point was I didn't play on Yellwonk for very long. Despite the fact Yellwonk has every single achievement in the game. I think Yellwonk has like maybe 4 hours playtime. Yellwonk is the GOAT. It's just a better version of me.
Well done. Sin's just opened one of the server rooms. This AI is losing it. Let's reactivate the shutdown command.
Okay. Went all the way for nothing. That was actually a solid ambush, dude. It's so rare the Cloaker gets off a decent ambush. I'm so proud of you.
Link to the terminal. Checking the decrypted data as we speak.
How long has this map existed? You boys still getting lost. Where'd that techie at? There she is.
They deployed the hostage rescue team.
Yoink. Blah, 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 blah. Got it. And now to flashbang myself. What the hell? I feel like I've never seen them mess with that. Nominate one skill or skill line in Payday 3 that you would like to see stronger or cooler. I think they could definitely do more with the Sentry Tree line. That would probably be pick number 1. Maybe the CQC Specialist skill line. Like, I think they could do more things with the hostage mechanic to make it more playable. Like, and it is strong. Like, I don't think it's weak. It's just not very intuitive or necessarily fun. Being able to run with a hostage would be a great start. Maybe being able to do, like, something like Pin Puller that isn't ass. You know, instead of setting off... Instead of using up a charge of something and setting off a smoke grenade, what if Pin Puller set off an actual grenade and let you guide where you threw the dude? Like, I was probably most excited for how the new hostage mechanics would work. Like, that felt like, outside of maybe the stealth overhauls, that felt like the most interesting and important new set of mechanics, and I just don't think they did enough with it. CQC would need melee to not be trash, and that would also be a fun way to take it, right? I'd love a melee skill tree. I do feel at this point it's basically only Cloakers that exist as a threat in this game. Catastrophic failure. The AI voice says some really interesting stuff, but you just barely hear any of it. Rip my boy's dins. The zap is useless, yeah. He does place more mines. That was one of the main suggestions we had for them. Make him slightly less useless. I'll let you deal with the remote. I'll just go press the button. The game needs more subtitled voice lines. I can see why Sins isn't subtitled, but dude, it's so quiet. And he's like talking about Clover and stuff. So cold, as he mentioned.
They'll need more than that to take you down. Catch your breath, but stay alert.
I keep getting lost. It's kind of embarrassing. Bugger it off. You wish the buffs could stack? Like, repeatedly? That sounds like it could be pretty OP, but... I just wish there were more passive buffs that can be part of how you play the game, you know? Instead of the 3 active buffs that you constantly have to watch. I don't think there's enough passives. And I know for the most part, active skills are more fun. But these skills don't feel that active, you know? They're like passive actives. They're things you have to keep track of at all times. But the actual effect feels low impact.
There's a piece of the drone data on that.
Yeah, there are still missing voice lines, and I don't know why they're not implemented. I just can't wrap my head around it. The first thing you'll notice, if you go back and play Payday the Heist in particular, is how many fantastic passive voice lines that game has. Those dudes just talk to each other. Alright. Go on, Shig Bunky. I feel like I shouldn't say your name. I feel like I'm gonna say something I shouldn't. Oh wait, it's stacked in terms of percentages. Yeah, give me that. Give me that 1,000,000 movement speed, please. Good try, mate. I think we can talk about like fixing skills for days and days, but at the end of the day, I think they've realised that they need to make some pretty strong changes. Ooh, thank you for the raid. A Blitzen! It's a Blitz! Thank you so much. I get it. I get it, it took me a second. But I do. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Were you streaming Payday 3? We do know that skill rework is in the works. So. Are you guys stealing sins? I love you guys. Payday 2, we're prepping a friend to do Overdrill. Oh, cool. Screw Dracket, let's talk about you. How am I feeling today? Dude, I still sound full of cold. I can't believe it. I thought I'd be free at this point. Yeah, well, good luck with that. I think it is a pretty unique challenge because it ain't ever coming to Payday 3, sadly. But that's cool. I've been playing a lot of Payday 2 lately for a challenge run. And it's going way better than I expected. I genuinely thought I'd lose my mind on throwables only after how it started. Let me tell you, the only one, guys, the one that like nearly broke me, constant breakout. God damn, that was difficult. It's right after the jump to Death Wish. Really hard. Without breaking NDA, am I excited for Armor 2.0? Yeah, I can say without breaking NDA. I think on paper it looks good. I think they should probably have a review of the passives. Like the passives feel really arbitrary right now. I'd like them to be a bit more purposeful. But I do think Armor 2.0 is going to be a step in the right direction. Alright, does it. I was lucky. Bloke just didn't bother shooting at me. Mamba, Mamba, Mamba. Hell yeah! Free buff Mamba? They said it wasn't possible. Why did that do no damage? I think it exploded at your feet. You're like Almir, but actually playing the game? I mean, dude, Almir is the chat reading god. I can't keep up with him. I've tried to become good at glancing over the years, and Payday 3 kind of facilitates that, because half the time I can look over here, shoot once and reload, and I'm probably doing my job. Such is the beauty of combat reload.
Keep the park clear of cops so the chopper can land.
Yeah, well, Starbreeze is very much a part of the sloppy industry right now.
Somebody help Dallas.
Gaming is in a not so positive place as of late. I mean, I'm coming, but hang on. I've got to kill apparently every cop on the map. They're all in one tunnel for some reason. Ah! I got you, brother.
Girl is down.
Alright, hang on. Let's try again.
Cops are not backing the fuck off anymore. You need to move it.
We need extra bags. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, maybe having the choice for everything to be fully subtitled or not would be the play. Guys, we're in absolute shambles here. All into pieces. I got faith though. I'm pretty OP. We done? Have we got them all?
The helicopter is too busy for a weapon drop right now.
I think the helicopter's too busy. I tell you what, February looks absolutely banging. I can see why they pushed Assassin's Creed Shadows back. It's already so stacked. Sorry for not making them more than quite some time in it. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We're back making the modding Payday 2 videos, so there's always time. Ow. Shit, he just immediately took my plate from me. That monster. Okay, we can go there. Oh, that's big.
Dallas has gone down.
I'm coming. Coming in hot. Bringing the heat. This is a problem.
Girl is back.
It's not a problem anymore. Alright. We're back. We're back, boys. It was never in any doubt. What do you mean clear the park, cops? Isn't that what we've been doing? Not enough red canisters in this game. There's my hot take. Yeah, the new Yakuza does look sick, doesn't it? That's another February release. Much to my shame. As a fully fledged weeaboo. I ain't messed around with Yakuza. It's one of those series that just seems too chunky to get into. I find the size and scope of it prohibitive, which is really dumb. But I'm one of those people who always thinks they're busy. Even when I'm probably not. Although as soon as the stream is over, I've got to cook some chicken so it doesn't go out of date. And that's pretty busy, man. That's important business. But my eyes? Could it be? The Markham Mamba? The Eye Destroyer? I wonder if they've buffed that in the Overkill update. Yeah, I'm one of those weirdos though, where I don't want games that last more than 20 hours anymore unless they're like my main game. The FSA definitely didn't used to be able to do this. It didn't used to hurt this bad. Oh, good try, man. He was almost out. bloody love this pistol. Some of the weapon packs are pretty quality in Payday 3. I gotta give it to power creepy. But quality. This one was Overkill actually hard. I don't know, you gotta lock in sometimes. Bring Bloodborne to PC already? That's a perfect length game. I played 9 Souls. That was really good. Perfect length game. Monster Hunter Wilds? Oh, dude. I've just said I don't like more than 20-hour games, but Monster Hunter's like is my blind spot, man. I put about 300 hours into Rise on Switch and PC. I put at least 400 into World. I love Monster Hunter. I got Try on the Wii years ago, and I've been absolutely hooked ever since. It's actually a game that I was considering trying to challenge run. Because I had to look around to see what other people were doing. I'm like, it's a game I have some like innate skill in. Maybe I can do it. So we'll see. Maybe Wilds is the one. Guys, my voice it's trailing off, so I'm gonna have to call the stream here. Thank you so much again for the raid. Thank you for the support and the subs. I will be back. Jacket's coming out a week Monday, tomorrow. That's the 3rd. There'll be a video before then, hopefully, all things being well, as long as my voice holds out for the notoriety fans. Hunting Horde never left. Alright, guys. Take care, have a great week. I will see you again soon. Might do some of the Payday 2 challenge run stream this week as well. Anyone streaming that Payday 3? Oh, my camera does look better. That's cool. I look worse, but Higgy, we like Higgy. Let's give Higgy a ride. All right, guys. Take care. Enjoy Higgy's stream. I'll see you all soon. I didn't make a notoriety challenge run though. I played. Go through the DLC. I spent lots of money on Robux. All right, give me a break. Yeah, Michaela Scott. I completely agree. The characters you can no longer get, very frustrating. It's just the way licenses work. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you all very soon.